In this video, we roast vegetables at high heat to coax caramelized flavor and a crisp, tender bite. We'll dive into the science of caramelization, why temperature matters more than time, and the golden range that delivers perfect browning. You'll learn how surface area, steam prevention, timing for different veggie densities, and oil choice all come together for even, flavorful results. We'll also explore Maillard versus caramelization, visual cues for doneness, nutritional benefits, and smart seasonal veggie picks. 1. The science behind high-heat caramelization. When you roast vegetables at high temperatures, something magical happens on a molecular level. The Maillard reaction, a chemical reaction between amino acids and reducing sugars, occurs when vegetables are exposed to high heat, requiring temperatures around 320 degrees Fahrenheit, 160 degrees Celsius to initialize caramelization. This isn't just cooking, it's chemistry in your kitchen. The natural sugars within vegetables transform completely, creating complex new flavor compounds that taste nothing like their raw counterparts. Volatile aroma molecules are obtained during this process, including furan, nutty flavor, maltol, burnt sugar flavor, ethyl acetate, fruity, and diacetyl, buttery flavor. These compounds work together to create that irresistible depth of flavor. Different sugars begin to caramelize at different temperatures. Fructose at 110 degrees Celsius, while glucose and sucrose at 160 degrees Celsius. That's why some vegetables develop sweetness faster than others when roasted. 2. Why high temperature matters more than time. The temperature debate in vegetable roasting has been settled by culinary experts and food scientists alike. Culinary experts describe vegetable cooking as a race against time, where the goal is to get as much caramelization as possible before the vegetable turns too soft. Maximum caramelization with an al dente texture. This approach completely changes how you think about roasting. According to a study by America's Test Kitchen, roasting at temperatures between 400,000 and 450 degrees Fahrenheit enhances caramelization, which intensifies the vegetable's natural sweetness. Lower temperatures simply don't create the same magic. All vegetables roasted at 350 degrees Fahrenheit had the potential to be better tasting, while vegetables cooked at 250 degrees Fahrenheit seemed to have potential, but most had a rawness rather than a sweetness even after 55 minutes. You're not just saving time with higher heat, you're creating better flavor. 3. The golden temperature range for perfect results. Professional chefs and culinary scientists agree on the sweet spot for vegetable roasting. A general range of 400 degrees Fahrenheit to 450 degrees Fahrenheit, 204 degrees Celsius to 232 degrees Celsius, is recommended for most vegetables, allowing for the perfect balance of browning and tenderness. This isn't arbitrary, it's based on how heat affects different vegetable structures. Around 425 degrees Fahrenheit is ideal for roasting most vegetables, although you can adjust up or down as you prefer. This high temperature helps the veggies brown and caramelize as they roast. Some adventurous cooks even push boundaries further. The oven-roasted parsnips from the Jelena cookbook start in a hot sauté pan for 5 minutes, then move to a 500 degrees Fahrenheit oven. However, this requires careful monitoring to avoid burning. 4. Surface area maximization for superior caramelization. The key to getting really great caramelized vegetables besides heat is having the most surface area available on your veggies. The more area is exposed to flame, the more opportunity there is for flavor. Think of each cut surface as a canvas for caramelization. When you slice vegetables into long, thin pieces or create more surfaces through strategic cutting, you're essentially multiplying your flavor potential. Long and thin slicing will provide maximum surface for caramelization, while tiny dice will have more surface area relative to a big cube. Cutting carrots on alternating diagonals creates visual interest and more surface area, which means more caramelization and more flavor. This isn't just about aesthetics, it's about flavor science. Every additional surface you create becomes another opportunity for those beautiful brown, caramelized edges that make roasted vegetables irresistible. 5. Preventing steam and ensuring even browning. One of the biggest mistakes home cooks make is overcrowding their roasting pans. You want to see a bit of space around the veggies. Don't be afraid to split them between 2 baking sheets if you need to, because crowding will make the vegetables steam instead of roast. When vegetables touch each other, they release moisture that creates steam, which completely counteracts the high heat caramelization you're trying to achieve. Spread those vegetables in a shallow layer. If they're piled on top of each other, they'll only get mushy, rather than getting that intense, sweet, brown crunchiness that's so desirable. If vegetables are touching one another, they'll steam off each other and reduce the caramelization process. This principle is so important that it's worth using multiple pans or roasting in batches to get it right. 6. Timing strategies for different vegetable densities. Not all vegetables are created equal when it comes to roasting times, and understanding these differences is crucial for success. Here are the estimated cooking times for roasting vegetables at 425 degrees Fahrenheit. Root vegetables, beets, potatoes, carrots, 30 to 45 minutes. Winter squash, 20 to 60 minutes. Crucifers, broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, 15 to 25 minutes. Soft vegetables, zucchini, summer squash, bell peppers, 10 to 20 minutes. Root vegetables like carrots and potatoes, which are denser, can be roasted at higher temperatures, 425 degrees Fahrenheit to 450 degrees Fahrenheit, to ensure thorough cooking without drying out. Meanwhile, vegetables with higher water content, like zucchini or bell peppers, benefit from slightly lower temperatures, 400 degrees Fahrenheit to 425 degrees Fahrenheit, to prevent them from turning mushy. The key is matching your technique to your ingredients. 7. Oil selection and its impact on high heat roasting. When roasting at high temperatures, your choice of oil becomes critical for both flavor and health. If you are roasting over high heat, at 425 F, for example, you will want to be aware of the type of oil you use, because unrefined oils, like some olive oils and certainly things like flax oil, have low smoke points. Using the wrong oil can create bitter, burnt flavors that completely undermine your caramelization efforts. Choose a higher smoke point oil. Oils like grapeseed, lighter olive oils and refined oils have higher smoke points and won't burn as easily, while coconut oil and ghee tend to be on the higher smoke point end too. This isn't just about avoiding burnt flavors, it's about maximizing the beneficial compounds you want from high heat cooking. The right oil becomes a partner in the caramelization process rather than an obstacle. 8. Visual cues for perfect doneness. Learning to read your vegetables is more reliable than following strict timing guidelines. Roast until the vegetables are tender enough to pierce with a fork and you see some charred bits on the edges. Those charred bits are what make roasted vegetables so good. These visual indicators tell you that the caramelization process has reached its peak. Vegetables should be crisp and browned around the edges, and you should be able to easily pierce them with a fork. If in doubt, roast an extra 5 or 10 minutes. It's unlikely the extra roasting will hurt, and very likely that your vegetable will be even tastier. Those golden brown edges aren't just pretty, they're concentrated flavor bombs that make the difference between good and exceptional roasted vegetables. 9. The Maillard versus caramelization distinction. Understanding the difference between two key browning reactions can help you become a better cook. The Maillard reaction can even occur at room temperature over a period of time, but the optimal temperature occurs at cooking between 140 to 150 degrees Celsius, and includes the browning of meat, the formation of caramel from milk, turning bread to toast, and the roasting of coffee. This reaction involves proteins and sugars working together. The Maillard reaction happens at much lower temperatures, around 285 degrees Fahrenheit, 140 degrees Celsius. While caramelization requires only sugars and needs a higher temperature to initialize, about 320 degrees Fahrenheit, 160 degrees Celsius. At the heart of roasting's appeal is the Maillard reaction, a chemical reaction between amino acids and reducing sugars that occur when foods are exposed to heat, responsible for the browning and depth of flavor in roasted vegetables. Both reactions happen simultaneously when you roast vegetables at high heat, creating layers of complex flavors. 10. Nutritional benefits of high heat roasting. Contrary to some beliefs, high heat roasting can actually enhance certain nutritional aspects of vegetables. Cooking vegetables increases the availability of some nutrients, such as beta-carotene and lycopene, by breaking down plant food's cell walls. Studies have found vegetables like carrots, spinach, broccoli, mushrooms, zucchini, asparagus, cabbage, and peppers supply more carotenoids to the body when cooked than when eaten raw. However, there are trade-offs to consider. Roasting vegetables can reduce levels of heat-sensitive nutrients, such as vitamin C and folate. Mushrooms, asparagus and cabbage supply more antioxidant compounds when cooked compared with raw, while roasting enhances flavor and the availability of nutrients. The key is balance, enjoying roasted vegetables as part of a varied diet that includes both cooked and raw preparations. 11. Seasonal considerations in vegetable selection. Root vegetables like carrots, potatoes, and beets roast well due to their natural sugars, and according to a 2019 study from the Journal of Food Science, vegetables that have higher sugar content caramelize better, delivering deep flavor profiles. This scientific backing explains why certain vegetables are roasting superstars while others struggle. Some of the best types of vegetables to roast are root vegetables, squash, cruciferous vegetables, mushrooms, peppers, and tomatoes. Any fruit or vegetable, because of their already existing sugars, will caramelize when exposed to high temperatures, with exceptionally sweet fruit like figs, peaches, pineapples, and bananas caramelizing especially well. Understanding the sugar content of your ingredients helps you predict which ones will develop the most dramatic caramelization.